Okay, now we have a sphere, and spheres, we're going to say that the area of a sphere, the surface area of a sphere, is 4 pi r squared, and the volume of a sphere is 4/3 pi r cubed. So this is problem number 10. That's this guy right here. Just a chug and plug. We get the area is going to be 4 times pi times 6 squared, which is 36. 4 times 36 is 144, and that's just 144 pi. And the volume is going to be 4/3 times pi times 6 cubed. 6 cubed is 216. Divided by 3 is 72. And times 4 is 288. So if I did that right, that is 288 pi. So that was pretty easy. Let's go to 11. And 11 is two cones have radii 12 and 18, and slant heights 18 and 24. I cut off the, let's see what that, the question is, are the cones similar? And so the question is, are the cones similar? We missed the last part of that. Are the cones similar? So let's think about a cone. And the first cone, the radii, well, the cones have radii of 12 and 18. Well, those are not very good cones, but let's think about what that tells us. That tells us that this cone, because basically lengths in similar shapes should have the same ratio. You know, corresponding sides of similar shapes are equal. So this 12 to 18 should be the same as should have the same ratio as this height does to this height. Those heights are, well, I'm saying that now, I'm starting to rethink that, because this height is 18 and this height is 24. So that 12 and this height here, this squared plus this squared should equal this squared. And that tells me that the height of 3. That tells me that the height of the first guy is going to be, that's 144 squared. This is 324 squared. 324. And that's a difference of 180. This I really, yeah, so 180 is the height squared, and that is 6 times the square root of 5 if I solved for that. And this guy, that's going to be 24 squared is 576, and that's going to equal 18 squared, which I already said that's the 324. Yeah, so that's 324 plus h squared, and that's gonna, h squared is gonna be 252, and the square root of 252, that is 12 times 21, 12 times 21, which is 36 times 7, I think. 36. Yeah, 36 times 7 is going to be that, and that's 7. That's 6 times the square root of 7. And so now when we compare those heights, they should be in the ratio of 3 to 2. And this is not in the ratio of 3 to 2. So they're not similar. Let's look at the next one. All right. And so again, I cut that thing off. A regular pyramid has height 18 and total area of 648. A similar pyramid has height 6. Find the total area of the similar pyramid. Well, if it's, so this is an easy one. This is problem 12. They're similar. So it's going to be the I'm going to say scale factor squared is going to be how they're related, how their areas are related, not to the first power, which would be how corresponding sides would be related, but it's going to be the scale factor squared that would be how the areas are going to be related. So if the the scale factor, if the first one has a height of 18 and the second one has a height of 6, then the scale factor is 3. And the scale factor of the area is going to be 3 squared, which is 9. And so if the area of the first one is 648, then the area of the second one is going to be 1/9 of that. It's smaller than the first one, and that's going to be 72. All right, so that is that. So that was pretty easy, because then we're doing that thing of saying you have to square the scale factor if you're looking at areas. We're going to have to cube the scale factor if we're looking at volumes, etc. Okay, that's that one.